Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Amira and we will be talking about leveling up in 2023. So if you're like me and want to continuously improve and get better and work towards your dreams, goals, ambitions, then you have found the right video because we are going to dive in on the topic of leveling up. But before we get started, I would love your support. If you would like and subscribe to my channel, it helps me so much as I try to grow this new community. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So let's even talk about what I mean by leveling up. Leveling up means showing up as the best version of yourself and going after those dreams, those goals, those ideas that you have been sitting on for a while. Have you ever had a dream that you really wanted to pursue but shied away out of fear? If the answer is yes, then thank you for being honest. It is also yes for me. And honestly, I think we all have at some point shied away from pursuing something that we really wanted to do out of fear. But when we allow ourselves to level up, we push those self-limiting beliefs to the side and continue to show up as the ideal version of ourselves. So everyone's dreams and ambitions will look differently. So the definition of level up will also look different for all of us. But there are several techniques that we can all utilize to work towards our dreams and our goals and show up as the best version of ourselves. There are several techniques that all of us can use to level up in this new year and help elevate ourselves towards that best version of ourselves. Today we will talk about how we can all elevate our health, our wealth, our lifestyle, and our mental and spiritual well-being so that 2023 can be the best year of our lives. Let's first talk about how you can level up in the health department. First, I need you to start cooking at home. Start cooking meals, healthy meals for yourself, for your families at home. We have to stop eating out. A lot of this fast food is filled with tons of toxins, and it's just really not a great lifestyle to continue. So I really want you to go out, shop for fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, and fresh meat every week so that you can start making yourself healthy recipes. And honestly, if you don't have time to cook every day, I totally understand. Meal prepping on that one day a week that you get off, it will change your life. You will show up for yourself in a way that you have not before, and you'll build better habits. All that eating out is just not good for you, and it's wasting a lot of money. So please promise yourself to cook more and eat out less. It's really awesome to know what is going in your meals every day. And it's totally okay if you want some ice cream or a pizza. I like to have some balance, right? So it's not always going to be perfect. We're talking about the majority of your time. Spend it cooking at home and not eating out. I like to follow the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time, do what's best. Eat healthy foods, cook clean foods, and 20% of the time, have fun. If you want the ice cream, if you want to go have pizza, you want to go have drinks with your friends, that's totally fine. No judgment there. 80% of the time, you are doing what's best for your body and you're nourishing yourself in a way that your body will thank you for later. The next step is to prioritize drinking water. I hear so many people that do not drink water. A lot of people, the first thing they go for is that coffee, energy drinks. All that caffeine is not needed. Your body is filled with water. It needs water. Something my dad used to tell me growing up is to drink half my body weight in ounces. That's how you know, that's how you know how much water you need to drink. So for that to make sense, for example, if you weigh 120 pounds, half of that is 60. So 60 ounces is how much you need to drink. And I like to think of it in liters because a lot of times the bottles that I'm drinking from are like longer, bigger bottles, and that's 1.7 liters. So I aim to drink that much in my day. And 60 ounces is about 8 glasses of water a day. And spread that out throughout your day. So it's great to have a glass of water. Warm water, tea is also great in the morning. So typically I'll start my day off with some warm, hot water with lemon. And instead of honey, I'm now using agave. And that is just a really good way to wake your body up before you put any food in it. And then I drink water throughout the day to stay hydrated. It's great to drink water before you shower, and it's great to drink water before you go to bed so you go to sleep hydrated. So try to incorporate that water throughout your day rather than just trying to get it all in at the beginning because that's not really helping you, right? The idea is to stay hydrated throughout the day. And if you want to spice up your water, you can add lemon to your water. I like to add cucumber to my water. I like to drink tea. Whatever it is that you need to spice it up for you, please do that. But just drink your water. Stay hydrated, people. Next on the list is to get your sleep. Everyone kind of requires a different amount of sleep. I love sleeping. I love to sleep. I'm not really much of a napper, but I will get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night, or else I'm kind of a zombie throughout the day. So if I know I need to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, you better believe I'm in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I got to get that quality sleep. And my husband and I, we invested in a really nice quality mattress because you spend so much time sleeping. So your mattress is actually a really great investment for your future that lasts forever. Well, that lasts for a very long time and will help you increase that quality of sleep. Thing I really encourage you to do is to move your body every day. Now, you don't have to be a gym rat that goes to the gym 2 hours a day. No, I don't even have time for that, or I don't make the time for that, I will say. But I do move my body every morning. I have a nice yoga sequence that I have created for myself that is very simple for me to follow. I put out my mat, I put out my weights, and I do my yoga practice every day as much as I can. And I like to stretch at night also. Just move your body. If that means you like to go for a walk, my mom likes to walk an hour a day. If you like to swim, if you love the gym, if you love to dance, do whatever you want to do, whatever you enjoy doing, but move your body every day. Get moving. Don't just sit down all day because that is really creating a lot of stagnant energy in your body. So you really have to move. That increases the endorphins and that'll increase your mood. So please move your body, drink water, eat healthy, incorporate green foods into your daily routine, and stop eating out so much, please. Your body will thank you as long as you do all of these things. And just remember, your health is your wealth. You have to get that in order before you can get anything else in order. So take care of yourself first. The next area we will talk about is wealth, that financial stability and that financial success that I want for you and that I want for me. So first things first, let's discuss your emergency fund. So the unexpected will happen. It's inevitable in all of our lives. You might get a flat tire, you might have some car issues, you might have your refrigerator break down, you may have anything come up that is unexpected. But guess what? If you have a funded emergency fund, it will not stress you out. It will not send panic through your life because you have already planned for it and you have saved money to the side just for those unexpected moments. Now, you do not touch your emergency fund unless you absolutely need it for an emergency. So your fully funded emergency fund can include your rent or your mortgage, your car payment, your typical bills that you have to pay every month. The best thing to do is to save up at least 1 month, where if you lost your job, you could still afford your lifestyle, the necessities. Then, after you have 1 month saved, save up for 3 months. After you have 3 months saved, save up for 6 months. And continue that trend. Save up for 9 months, save up for a year. You can literally lose your job or however you make your money, and you will be good for a year. You know what that creates? Peace of mind. And there's nothing better than peace of mind. And it also creates stability, and all of those things just shows so much discipline. And discipline is the highest form of self-love. So do that for yourself. Be diligent. Save what you need to save on a weekly basis, a bi-weekly basis, or a monthly basis. However you like to save. You like to save in smaller increments or larger increments. Whatever it is, start by saving 1 month of all of your necessities, then work your way up. And you will thank yourself later, because it gives you so much peace of mind, and it gives you so much safety and a feeling of security, really. The next thing is those credit cards. You guys, whew, people are living above their means. We got to stop doing that. You got to live within your means or below your means until you can come up to live high, and until you can live that high luxury life. But if you cannot afford it, stop maxing out those credit cards, buying things to impress other people, because guess what? You're not impressing anybody. Nobody really even cares. You have to show up for yourself in the best way you can, and financially, it is not about showing off flashy bags, flashy designer things if you can't afford them. If you can afford them, you have an emergency fund, please go treat yourself and spoil yourself with those luxuries, those experiences, those gift items, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel good. I am all for it. But please do not do that if you cannot afford it. If you are in debt, do not continue to add onto your debt just to be like, oh, well, I'm living my best life. That's not living your best life. It's not, because you're putting yourself in more of a hole, and it's just irresponsible, and it always catches up to you. So fund your emergency fund, have a savings, pay off those credit cards. Dave Ramsey actually talks about the snowball effect, and I love it. And the snowball effect is when you pay off your smallest debt and work your way up to your largest debt. And so whatever balance you have on your smallest, whatever debt you have on your credit card that is the smallest, start working towards paying that one off. And then once that one's paid off, you'll start working off towards the next one. And it's called the snowball effect because once you pay off your smallest one and you start rolling towards the next one, you're creating this sense of accomplishment within yourself, and you're showing progress, and you're showing that discipline within yourself, and it literally just continues so that you lead towards paying off all of your debt ultimately. So a lot of us have student loans. Student loans is probably your biggest debt. If that is your only debt, start paying that one off. But if you have some smaller credit cards, start getting those out of the way first, and then cutting them up so that you stop using them, and then start working towards those larger debts. That creates another extra sense of security, comfort, peace of mind, and then you can go out and spoil yourself for sure for that accomplishment, because now you have a fully funded emergency fund and you have no debt. That is something worth celebrating, and celebrate along the way in small ways. But again, we've all heard it. What is it? Living for the Joneses, or I can't remember the quote, but we've all heard that quote about keeping up with the Joneses. We don't need to do that. You're not impressing anybody with anything. Just impress yourself by having a stacked bank account. That's impressive. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks because honestly, nobody is even paying attention to it. So, the reason why it's called the snowball effect is because it's creating that momentum as you work off paying your smallest credit card and you work towards paying those bigger ones off, and then maybe paying your car off, maybe paying your student loans off, and you're just working towards those bigger debts. You're creating momentum and you're creating that discipline towards a better life for yourselves. And next on the list is to learn about investing. Investing is really, really a great tool outside of saving because with inflation, saving, you're really losing money every year. So, investing is the best way that we can take advantage of our money not losing value every year. Now, investing has so many layers, and I'm not going to go too deep into it on this video. But to simplify, if the company you work for, if you're not self employed, if they offer a 401k match, for example, take it. It's free money and it doesn't hurt to just take the match. And it saves towards a future for yourself. Don't let that be the only retirement fund that you have for yourself. But if you're just now getting started with investing, taking advantage of the match that your company offers is great. Mutual funds and index funds is great. Save a certain amount of money towards your mutual or index fund and don't look at it. Just let that money stack and you're investing for your future. Now, once you have a very healthy amount of money saved for your emergency fund, you've paid off all that debt, and you want to start investing in something that's a little bit riskier, you can also invest in individual stocks. Like I said, keyword, that's a little bit riskier, but it does come with a very healthy reward if you pick the right stocks. So for example, I have invested in Apple because I think Apple will be around for a very long time. Amazon will be around for a long time. And I think Tesla has made me some pretty decent money. So I'm not telling you to go invest in these stocks, but I am saying that if you would like to start investing in stocks, I would start looking at some I would start looking at companies that have longevity just to at least try to secure your money a little bit. But just know that investing in individual stocks is a little bit riskier. But if you invest in the SPY 500, you're investing in the top 500 companies in the country. And that's essentially what mutual funds and index funds are doing. So you'll own a little piece in all of those top 500 companies. And I feel like that's a very safe way to invest. You can also get into real estate. Real estate is always a very good investment if you're thinking long term. And there's so many other tools, but think about investing once you have a nice emergency fund saved for yourself for any of those emergencies that may or may not come up. At least you have that peace of mind that if they do, you're prepared and you have no debt. Now it's time to start looking into some investing and thinking about your future and long term. And if you have kids, start saving money to the side for your kids, for their college fund. It helps so much if you can send your college. It helps so much if you can help send your child to college without them having to take on a lump sum of debt at such a young age. It helps a great deal. So that's a great way to start leveling up in the wealth category. So one of the ways I suggest you'll start leveling up in the mental category is by reading. Reading is going to expand your mind, and when you start to tap in towards those self-limiting beliefs and some of those old bad habits, that's exactly where reading keeps you strong, keeps you mentally strong, it keeps you learning, it keeps your brain expanding, and that expansion is necessary for growth. And I have an entire video on 5 of my favorite books that I read in 2022 that you should also read in 2023 if you have not read them. I highly recommend watching that video after this one. I will make sure I link it below. And of course, we have to pray. We have to meditate. All Praying and meditating is going to help build your faith. It's going to create stillness and clarity in your mind, and it's going to allow you to find peace. And peace is the best way for you to elevate in 2023. So, whatever spiritual guide you enjoy, connect every day. Meditate every day. It does not have to be sitting with your legs crossed for an hour in a dark room. Meditating is simply just silencing the mind, trying to clear those thoughts. You can meditate while you're cleaning, you can meditate while you're in the shower, you can meditate while you're driving. Honestly, sometimes it's just getting that stillness in your mind so that you are presenting your best self forward once you're clear, once you feel stable, once you feel free. Meditating really helps clear your mind of the past, clear your mind of any negativity. It advances you into the present moment, which provides that clarity for yourself. And once you're in the present moment, you can focus on what is going right and keep your focus there. They always say when you're living in the past, that's what causes depression, and when you're living in the future, that's what causes anxiety. The goal is to live in the present. So stay present, meditate, pray, and find that peace, that inner peace for yourself, because you deserve it. Affirmations is another great tool that you can use in 2023. This will help you build your self-confidence and build your self-esteem. Every day I practice my affirmations. I actually have a video on some of the affirmations that I use every day. When I am in the shower in the morning, I play my affirmations, and it just starts my day off really well. After I meditate, I have that clarity of my mind. I go into moving my body, and then I shower and I do my affirmations in there. And all of those things are just advancing me towards that peaceful morning. Therefore, I tend to have more of a peaceful day. And I would like to incorporate it more in my night routine as well. So we're working on that in 2023. So right before going to bed, practicing those visualization techniques are amazing, because as you're visualizing your highest self, you're creating this mental picture. Your imagination is so important. So get creative. Really get in tune with what you really want out of your life, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what your ambitions are. It doesn't have to be career related. It doesn't have to be about money. It doesn't have to be about relationships. It could be just about yourself, just visualizing yourself at peace and bliss, just happy. Maybe it's you traveling to your dream destination, whatever it is. Start to utilize that moment before you go to sleep. Pray, meditate, visualize, and get a crystal clear picture of what you really want. And then you'll go to bed with such a restful sleep. I've been seeing this online quite a bit. My next topic is to heal your inner child. So there's an inner child within all of us, and that inner child has wounds. That inner child is constantly showing up throughout your daily routine, whether you're even conscious of it or not. They are there. And it's important to heal that inner child. And journaling is one of the best ways that I have seen to really help heal your inner child. I also keep a picture of myself from when I was about 3 years old on my nightstand, and I talk to her and I encourage her and I tell her that I'm proud of her and that I'm showing up for her. And that technique also just reminds me that that inner child is present and she is with me always, and I have to heal her. So to heal your inner child, using journaling techniques is the best way that I have found, and Pinterest has a lot of journal prompts on this topic, and it will help you really start to find out what are their needs and learn that process of mothering yourself from those wounds that you may be feeling, that you may not even be conscious that you're feeling, that's showing up every day. So we're going to meditate, we're going to practice our affirmations, we're going to visualize at night before we go to bed, and we're going to heal our inner child utilizing those journal prompts and journaling techniques. This is how we will level up mentally and spiritually. And of course, keep praying. every morning, throughout the day, and every night. Whatever higher power you believe in, just utilize that strong faith that you have and continue to pray. And the last category that we will discuss today is lifestyle. How many of you wake up in the morning and grab your phone? I do it too sometimes. We have to stop that, because when we do that, we are literally already putting the external world before our internal world. We have to just start to show up for ourselves in the best way that we can, and not grabbing your phone first thing in the morning is going to make a tremendous difference in your day. I find that it's also important for me to take social media breaks. So once in a while, I will delete Facebook, I will delete Instagram off of my phone, delete TikTok off of my phone, because a lot of that external noise really can start to screw up with our own mental health. So we have to bring awareness to that and take social media breaks. Put down the phone, start to decrease that screen time that you have. The iPhone actually has a tool where you can limit how long you're spent on those apps, and it will show you how many hours you spend in front of your phone. Whether it's for work and you're checking emails, it does not matter. The screen time is really affecting us as a whole. And I think honestly, we're starting to lose that connection with each other because we're constantly just on our phones. And if you're constantly spending time with your family, but you're on your phone the whole time, or you're with your friends, but you're on your phone the whole time, you're not practicing being present. You're not practicing being present with them, and you're also not practicing being present with yourself in your day-to-day life. So it's important to take those breaks, put your phone down, and really spend quality time with yourself and spend quality time with the people around you. You need it, and they also need it. So my word of the year 2023 is consistency. And there's a quote. The quote says, "Remember, consistency is more important than perfection." And we have this idea of like, well, I can't do this until this is right. And a lot of times we stop ourselves from even starting the process. All you have to do is continue to show up. And honestly, it just gets better and better. Me even putting myself out here on YouTube, I've scared myself away from doing this for years. But now the only thing I'm measuring myself on is consistency. Not measuring myself on how many likes I'm getting, how many views I'm getting, how many comments I'm getting. All of that feedback makes me feel good, but I'm not measuring my value on that. The only thing that I can control is that I show up, I provide value, and that I'm consistent. And the information will reach who it needs to reach. And everything else is a byproduct of that. So I want you to measure yourself on the metric of being consistent, not perfect. Nobody is going to ever be perfect. And your idea of perfection is only holding you back. So just show up and be consistent. Next thing we need to do is practice gratitude. Literally just saying thank you throughout your day, it puts you in such a better head state. So sometimes people have a gratitude journal. They write 3 things that they're grateful for every day. And I had a really good practice of doing that. Then I kind of fell off a little bit. But honestly, just saying thank you throughout the day. When you wake up, thank you. When you're walking, thank you. What a beautiful day. It just puts you in such a pleasant mood. And when you're showing gratitude towards others, showing gratitude towards yourself, like, thank you. You showed up today. Great job working out. Great job doing your affirmations. Great job filming this video. Even when you're tired, you're still showing up. Just thank yourself, thank the people around you, and thank the higher power that you believe in, because showing gratitude, it literally will propel you forward in your life. Something that we all have to do is we have to get outside. We spend a lot of time indoors, and right now it is a little colder outside, but just bundle up, put your scarf on, put your beanie on, get your coat on, put your boots on, whatever you have, if you have those items, whatever, even if it's just a blanket, whatever it is, get outside. There's something very magnetic and magical, honestly, about going outside. I know it sounds so simple, but fresh air, sunlight, it just does wonders for the dopamine levels in your brain, and it really uplifts your mood. You could really be kind of having a bad day. You might have a headache. You might be sleepy, feeling lethargic, feeling overworked. But once you go outside and get a little whiff of that crisp air, you get some sunshine in your face, it gives you a mood boost. So go outside. And that's one great thing about having a dog is that it forces us to have to go outside every day to walk her. And honestly, I love that because we really do need to spend more time outside. And this year, I want you to find a hobby or find a few hobbies that are just purely for fun, allowing yourself to let that inner child explore. If as a child you enjoyed painting or drawing or dancing or skipping outside, whatever it is, just go do that and commit to that hobby maybe once a week. Something that I picked up is I started doing some puzzles. I hadn't done a puzzle in a long time, and we also like to play a lot of board games. I also used to like to do that as a child. I think that's a fun way to connect with other people, and it really has no meaning to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about, oh, is this going to give me some money or I'm wasting time. Like, sometimes you really just have to have fun. Sometimes you just have to let go, and sometimes you just have to clear your mind and just do an activity just to do it, just to learn, get creative, just draw or just start painting or just do something, a hobby that makes you feel good. Because when you feel good, it really changes your life. And something else that we're all going to do this year is spend more time with our loved ones. Got to spend time with your family and time with your friends. Make time for both. As you're doing all those other activities and you're making time for yourself and you're connecting with yourself, make some time for those people in your life as well. Show them that they're important. Make sure you're connecting. Like I said, when you are connecting with people, put your phones away and really truly have that genuine connection. And if you feel like you don't really have a lot of friends or you don't have family nearby, maybe you move to another country, go to a coffee shop and maybe just talk to the person making your coffee. Try to start building genuine connections. Go take a yoga or a Pilates class and befriend somebody. I mean, the more you go out there, the more you get to meet people, and the more you go out to places that you like to go to, you're going to also meet someone else that has a similar interest to you. And now you're just building connections. So if you feel like, oh, I don't have friends or I don't have family nearby, I totally understand. Just do whatever you can to make those genuine connections and make time for connecting with other people. It is so important. I think we're starting to lose that element of human connection a little bit the more that we have our phones in our faces all day and we have so much screen time. I think we got to start to dial that back. As much as social media is a great tool of connecting, I think we still need that real life in person human connection. And the way that you're going to do that is call your family, call your friends, meet up with them in person, even maybe just meet a stranger while you're walking outside. I mean, you just never know who you might meet. You just have to kind of put yourself out there and make genuine connections this year, and it will change the way you feel about yourself and it will change the way you feel about your year. So, all in all, we will all elevate as long as we focus on increasing that awareness in the health, wealth, and by increasing our awareness in our health, our wealth, our lifestyle, our spiritual and mental well being. As long as we're sleeping more, we're drinking more water, we're eating better food, we're not wasting money on things we don't need, we're spending time connecting with the people that we love, we will see such a dramatic difference by the end of the year in ourselves and who we want to be. So continue to be consistent with yourself and be loving with yourselves. I love you all. I wish you all such an amazing year. Please continue to nourish your soul and your mind so that you can level up and be the best version of yourselves. Once again, my name is Amira. Please subscribe to my channel and like and comment below. Bye for now. Thank you.